Fixing bad design, one-off from Concord. So, this is the start of a new series. I am going to be trying my best to redesign characters that I think personally need it, or just were undesigned, or just over-designed completely. So this is one-off from Concord. Overall, he looked like such a cool character. He has like the energy thing. He seems like some big like dustbin robot kind of thing, absorbs like air, or he just looks like one of those kind of compact robots. But what could have been a very good game was not. The game got cancelled, but we are here to redesign, not even redesign, we are here to fix this bad design. Most of the Concord designs were pretty terrible, I wouldn't even lie, but let's do this. So I began by just trying to sketch out, I kind of had the vibe when I first did it. It looked like, the Incredibles robot that was just wrecking all the superheroes. Yeah, just went from there. I wanted the body to be kind of like, instead it absorbs rubbish and stores it inside its like belly area, but it also absorbs it from its hands and stores it in its hands. But overall I changed the design, but this is like the overall concept or basis. I went for a yellow green, and I think eventually I had like a blue colorway to it. But yeah, this is the design that I end up leading with. I just wanted something a bit more easy on the eyes. I refined this later on, but yeah, my thing was he just absorbed rubbish and converts it into some sort of energy in his stomach of sorts. I know he has a gun that he holds on him, but like, if you're a big robot, do you really need a gun? This is normally something that's attached or like a part of you per se. But yeah, that's the way I envisioned it. I envisioned that he also has like solar panels on him, so he just absorbs like, so I imagine if he's like some sort of trash robot, then he has to absorb lots of things, but where he's going to get the power, he's not going back to home base. Okay, and this is the design that I ended up going for. I did like a sketch. I made this design just a bit more rounded, a bit more easy on the eyes, because before my concept was a bit meh. So I just started adding my colors, started going over the outline. I know here I keep the belly exposed, but eventually I do just close up the belly. I don't think it's looking right through someone's belly to see what's inside. It's cool, but I don't think I pulled it off right. But it's okay, I'm still learning myself. Also, more importantly, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to yourself and your families, and I hope you guys had a very good Christmas. I'm glad you're joining me again for another design video. Just curious, does anyone do design? Who are watching my videos? If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. A lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, and I want all you to be in this community. I want you to all be here so we can have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Design, you put this on in the background, get some uni work done, or just daily work of life, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you can, I really appreciate it. It's free. So here you can see me just going over what I've done, just with like more refined line work. This is something that is part of my usual process. I sometimes also hate like going over hands, because you know when you just draw hands, but when it's a robot's one, they have like proper intricacies between like coils of their hands and stuff. I hate drawing robots. I hate it with a passion. It does remind me a bit of Bumblebee, but the less cool version. This robot just absorbs rubbish and air, Maybe it's like Wall-E's cousin. Okay, I don't know why for the whole time I was doing the outlines, I just left that big piece of like poo stain in the bottom left. It's meant to be dirt from behind his feet as he's running, but yeah, it just looks like someone's just shat on my iPad screen whilst I was drawing. if I look at my designs, I've one thing I will say is I'm a big fan of Mega Man. I think that comes out in the way I do robot shoes. If you know Mega Man, I wouldn't call them stumps. They're like, I wouldn't even call them big shoes. What do you call them? Just stumps? I'm gonna say stumps because that's what they are. But just give them some feet. It looks like the Mega Man X kind of designs. And just so I don't forget, if you are like into art or you want to get into like sketching, the app I use is called Procreate. Procreate, I believe when I got this Procreate like 5 years ago on the iPad, I think it's like just a one-off £10. So if you're used to having things like Adobe or you're looking for design, but you don't want to pay like the big bucks, it's just, one-off payment. And you pretty much can download loads of like pens, brushes, and templates that people have designed themselves. I myself haven't designed any pens personally, but one pen I end up using is the technical brush. I feel between technical brush, the airbrush, and sometimes the paintbrush. I think it's like jagged. What's it called? Jagged brush? I'll put it up on screen if I can be bothered. But yeah, it's just like a lot of paint brushes, a lot of watercolor brushes, but it depends on what works for you. But depending on if you more so like sketching with charcoal or sketching faces, it's really good. Okay, so now I'm just refining the details. The outline is fully done. This is me just adding like, I wouldn't say scratches, it's more so like a cross-hatching process that I do, but it just gives everything just more weight and kind of fills in areas that just may previously just look a bit flat. So you'll notice if you go back like 2 minutes, you would have seen how flat it was, or if you've been watching, you can just see it kind of come into life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what brings everything together. Do you know, it amazes me that some people, like, if you look at the art of like, you know, Capcom or like some artists that like the Castlevania or Death Note artwork, there's barely any like, I don't want to say there's barely any like detail lines or like cross-hatching, but there is, but it's more so just people do an outline and just do everything, like as in colors, shadows, all in one go, without having the need to do detailed lines. And I find that really impressive. I wish I had that sort of talent. But this is the skill tree that I ended up going into on my side of art. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. Skyrim. Okay, so now our robot is looking a bit more hench, a bit more bulky. Just adding the shadows. Normally when I go into these shadows, I just go on top of the layer I had before, or I'll like duplicate it, just make an outline, and then I just go over the whole thing and add shadows. In this, as I was doing the shadows here, I decided to add some shadows on his belly. So his belly is open, yes, but whilst he's active, it kind of like turns on and he has like solar energy inside of him. So you don't see through his belly, but you can see the energy that resides in his belly, and it kind of just fills him out a bit. It makes him look a bit more powerful. So when he absorbs rubbish, he kind of converts it into energy. Is that what a catalytic converter does on a car? I could be totally wrong. But just, absorbs energy, breaks it down to its rawest material, and uses it as energy in his stomach, and then propels said energy. No need for a gun. Just all for his, I guess like a whole contraption for his hand. Not like Deidara from Naruto, but more like What's that guy's name from Final Fantasy? I can see him. I can see him in my head with his big metal arm. I don't even mean him anyways. Who has a hand cannon? Wow, this is really bad. 16? Android 16? I don't know. I don't know. Just imagine a robot that opens up his hands and shoots energy out of it. It's really annoying me that I can't think of that, but it's okay. Such is life. So instead of the green and yellow, I ended up going for the blue and yellow because that design way works so well. We've seen it on Wolverine and other characters, but it also highlights his belly really nicely and brings us to kind of the end of his design. Alright, and here is the final design for One Off. Really happy with the way it came out. Added a little touch with like steam coming out like parts of his armor, just showing how much energy he's kind of storming up as he's running. Just gives him more life. I had some variations on like a really dusty green, magma orange, and like a freeze or like cold variation. Yeah, just showing like the different variation of robots, or just different colorways that can be used for him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been One Off from Concord. Please like, comment, and subscribe on characters that you think I should try to fix in terms of design. But I appreciate you getting this far into the video, and I hope you'll stick around. But yeah, have a blessed day, and peace.